Hey, good Thursday morning. I'm WBTV First Alert meteorologist Eric Garlick, and wanted to talk about the heat dome and what it means and why we're going to see temperatures so warm as a result of it. We see it a lot in the summertime, especially. But this is going to be one of the more pronounced heat domes that we've had for the middle of June in quite some time. So let's kind of talk about what we're going to be dealing with as we head through the next several days and really when we start to see the heat and humidity ramping up. It's been hot and humid the last couple of days, but it's going to get worse as we head into next week as well. So prepare for some warm conditions coming our way as we head through the next several days. So let's talk about the pattern ahead and what we're going to be dealing with. You can see those thunderstorms today ahead of a cold front, but that cold front is going to open the door for this area of high pressure working into the region. This will be working in through the weekend and into next week, and we'll feel like temperatures climbing as a result of it as well. So a little bit of a break in humidity as we go through the day tomorrow. And by a little bit, I mean a little bit. We'll see those feel like temperatures for Friday running about 98, 99, maybe up to 100 degrees. But then we start to inch that humidity back up as we head toward next week. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, those feel like temperatures are going to be approaching the 105, 106, even 107 degree mark. And while that is important is because that is the threshold for the National Weather Service to issue heat advisories and heat alerts across the area. And we could be seeing a couple of those as we head into next week as well. So that's going to be something that we got to keep a close eye on. But heat and humidity going to be a big story moving forward. As far as rain chances go, we do have a first alert in place today because of that cold front that's going to bring us a little bit of relief in humidity, but also clear out rain chances for a couple of days. But unfortunately, could see some strong to severe storms as a result of it. Let's time this out. So we'll take it to noon today. Some of those showers and thunderstorms already working through Asheville into Morganton and Boone, and that'll be working east as the afternoon wears on. So by 1 or 2 o'clock, actually see this probably weakening a little bit, but if you look out ahead of this line, over towards Charlotte, into Albemarle, Lancaster, Wadesboro, Chesterfield, showing all sunshine. Sunshine, when you have a lot of humidity, a bad recipe for some thunderstorms to develop. So just kind of provides fuel and provides a little bit of a trigger for these thunderstorms, and that is going to be working against us as we head into the afternoon for those thunderstorms to develop. So let's fast forward this a little bit more. Here's 3 o'clock. I think this model is a little bit ahead of time, bringing these thunderstorms in about 3, 4 o'clock. I think it could be closer to 4 or 5 o'clock, but give or take an hour or two, we'll see some of these thunderstorms. And you notice it's not a well-defined line, kind of a couple different clusters of thunderstorms moving through the area, but damaging wind's going to be the main threat with this. And if you look at the top left-hand corner of your screen right now, Asheville back up toward Boone, that is where the cold front is, and that is really when we're going to start to see our air mass changing over a little bit, and then by Friday morning we see things out of here. So let's talk about that severe weather risk. Right now it's a level 2 for the yellow, so Charlotte up towards Statesville into Lexington, Greensboro, Wadesboro, Shelby, and Boone. That level 2 for a slight risk of severe weather areas in green, Asheville, Greenville, down toward Lancaster into Columbia, a level 1. And what that means is just your chances. So typically in green, we have 1 or 2 isolated severe thunderstorm warnings or severe thunderstorms. Areas in yellow, maybe 2, 3, up to about 5 severe thunderstorm warnings possible in those areas. So we go from isolated to scattered and then into widespread for the enhanced and likely for moderate and high. So there will be the chance for some severe weather as we go through the day. And any of these storms could produce some pretty heavy rainfall, very efficient rainmakers. So flash flooding risk does exist as well. Let's go back to the heat for a little bit and kind of talk to you a little bit more about this and show you a little bit better detail of what exactly. When we mean heat dome, that's exactly what it is, a heat dome. And if you look closely up into portions of the Great Lakes in Canada, you can kind of see how these levels are protruding off of the Earth's surface. And that's what we mean by dome. So it is legitimately a dome of hot air. And what happens during that, we see the air sinking and it heats, And as it does so, it heats up and compresses. When you compress air and push it together, the molecules in the air are bouncing off of each other faster, and it causes an effect in the form of heat release. So we see these temperatures become higher and higher as a result of that sinking air across the region. As that dome continues to push off to the east, we'll take you all the way through the beginning of next week. We see the jet stream getting pushed further to the north, and that is opening the door to all of that heat and humidity. And eventually this high pressure will shift a little bit off to the east and really start to pump more humidity back into our area. So bottom line, this is what we're going to be expecting. Well above normal temperatures. I don't think we get quite near records, but it is going to get quite hot, and it's going to feel quite hot with a lot of humidity. So here's those feel like temperatures. Looking at about 102 today, 97 for Friday. And then as we head back into the weekend, we'll see the heat and humidity really starting to return. Monday 106, Tuesday 107, and Wednesday looking at 104 degrees. So really our first prolonged bona fide heat wave coming our way over the next 7 to 10 days. If you're heading to the Summer Pop Series on Sunday, well, there it is. Nothing to worry about, right? Just some heat and humidity, expecting some dry conditions. So those temperatures will be up to about 96 degrees on Sunday, pushing 97 and 98 as we head toward Monday and Tuesday. Those are the hottest days, and that's what we really need to be prepared for, and that's why we have those first alerts in place for Monday and Tuesday. Today, chance for some thunderstorms and even a few severe storms, so make sure you're checking back for updates on the forecast. With that, I will leave you and hope you have a great Thursday. And if you have Juneteenth off and you get outside, make sure you have that WBTV First Alert Weather app downloaded, and that'll keep you up to date with storms and even some lightning in your area.